Hello and welcome to Belle's channel. I am Belle and today we will be talking about a game set to release very soon and is one that I'm dying to play ever since I heard it was coming out. This game is called Fallout 76. Some of you may or may not have heard about it, but considering you're watching an Everything You Need to Know guide, I'm going under the assumption you know about Fallout 76. So here is everything you need to know about Fallout 76 before Reclamation Day. In this video, we will be preparing for Reclamation Day, and today I'm talking about gameplay, the PvP experience, the storyline, the timeline, the release date, and the beta, as well as much more. So let's jump in. So, Fallout 76 is set 25 years after the atomic annihilation of America and the world, in the year 2102, which is 59 years before the first Fallout game. So it is a prequel to all the Fallout games, with the exception to the very beginning of Fallout 4. The game starts on a very special day, as this is the day the sole survivor, not only the sole survivor, hint hint, one of the survivors, who has been living in the Vault 76 for the past 25 years, as they are about to start their important mission on Reclamation Day. This is where you and the other Vault dwellers leave Vault 76 and explore the wasteland and begin rebuilding America. Sounds easy, right? So, from the trailers you wake up in your room to the overseer saying you need to wake up, because apparently everyone in the Vault has left, and due to the party last night where you had a bit too much fun, you overslept. While walking through the vault, you see Mr. Handy telling you that you're late, while they're cleaning up from the party last night. You then pass through what I think is a preparation room for leaving the vault, where you collect your camp, which we will talk about later, and finally exit the vault to begin your mission of rebuilding America. Once you have exited the vault, you are shocked by the wastelands of the West Virginia, yes, the southern state, which what some describe to have the most scenic views of America. Another note to add is that West Virginia is right next to Washington DC, where Fallout 3 is based, and also the state next to Pennsylvania, which was where the first bombs were dropped. So during the game, small links may be found between the other games, much like there always is in the Fallout games. So, West Virginia. I bet you're wondering, well, what's the map going to be like? Well, we know it's going to be big. The map is said to be 4 times larger than the Fallout 4 map of Massachusetts, and due to the size of the map, it's split into 4 different sectors. But the map is still under wraps, so there isn't a lot of information yet. Although, this is a map that was made by a group of Fallout fans who made a rough sketch of what they think the Fallout 76 map will look like. And as you can see, this is where Fallout 76 is located. But remember, this isn't an official map, this is a fan-made map. This is the actual state of West Virginia, so the map made by the fans is a pretty good representation. But again, this is the actual map. This isn't the actual map. This is just a fan-made map and isn't, the official map that has come out. So we've discussed the backstory, the map. Now let's discuss the gameplay. One of the most unique features of Fallout 76 is that it's a PvP game, meaning it's real-world players against real-world players. Boom! Mind blown. Am I right? That's right, you can now play with your friends in your beloved Fallout game. A feature many have been waiting for, as well as dying to start using. We aren't exactly sure how this is going to work, but from what I've found, it appears that you'll play with a dozen or so of Fallout players, which you can befriend, make alliances with, or battle with. But even if your friends are not in your game, you can join them without losing any of your gameplay progress or gear, or even really knowing you're in a different wasteland. And if you want to go single player, of course you can, but the people you will meet in the game will be real players that will be unpredictable, so really it's more realistic. Todd Howard also stated multiple times that there will be no NPCs, which stands for non-playable characters in the game, so no companions, no quest givers, no random raider gangs either. But don't worry, there will be Mr. Handys and Supermoons. Yay! If you didn't know what that was sarcasm. Having a massive FUV-stricken Supermoon attack you isn't as fun as the trailers make it. So perks. Bethesda has turned the perks into perk cards. As from what I found, when you level up in the game, you level up on one of your special points. Now any Fallout player will know special are your player's attributes. They stand for strength, perception, endurance, charisma, agility and luck. Oh, as well as intelligence, which is the one I forgot to add in there. So once you level up, you gain a point in one of these attributes, which then allows you to pick a perk card to improve your skill set. Each attribute has their own perks. For example, in the talent attribute, some perks are called First Aid, Hacker and Makeshift Weapons, which also leads us to speculate what we might get with the weapon system, such as that we can make weapons, or our weapons can at least break and they need to be repaired, which could be fun. These perks will obviously affect your gameplay, since without First Aid you'd need to use more Stimpaks to fulfill your health. Or more perk cards in Makeshift Weapons could make your weapons less likely to break. So, to be able to use these perk cards, you'll need to level up, and any gamer knows the best way to level up is to do so with quests. But without NPCs, who will be the quest givers? Well, Todd Howard stated that you will have quests, but you will not get them from traditional ways. You will get them from terminals, Mr. Handy's, notes, and most of all, holotapes. What these quests will be is uncertain, but I suppose the Overseer may have recorded some quests for us to complete out in the old West Virginia. Another feature of the Fallout games that many have come to know and love and want for Fallout 76 is the settlement building tools from Fallout 4. You know, the ones where you find a settlement, clear out its hideous inhabitants, and then set up a base where you can have the settlers do tasks and build a happy settlement, or neglect it and build an awesome base on Spectacle Island like I did. So this wonderful experience we had in Fallout 4 causes many to question how Fallout 76 is going to do this without having any NPCs. Well, that's why Bethesda and Vault-Tec created camps, a portable building system to allow you to build a base anywhere in West Virginia, so you can fulfill your quest of rebuilding America, and you also have somewhere to hang out with your fellow Vault survivors. Speaking of fellow Vault dwellers, you can build a base with them, and both have the control of where the turrets go, or should the chauffeur be over there or over there. You know how it goes. The downside of having a base with no NPCs to guard your base means that creatures can wreak havoc, so you and your friend better keep a close eye. The fun side is that you can pose with these taken down creatures and have a group selfie to hang on your wall on your co-built base. Yay! So, another main feature of Fallout is trading. With no NPC meaning vendors in the game, like Trusty and Carla from Fallout 4, or Maura Brown from Fallout 3, where will the caps come from? Or where will you sell all the junk loot you don't want? Well, that's the point of other players. As well as being friends or enemies, you can also trade with them, as you can see from the picture. You have a communication wheel of sorts, and you can request to trade with your peers, so long as you have the caps and they have something you want, and vice versa. You can trade. Sounds interesting, right? But I suppose you can always turn a trade down, kind of like Monopoly, except in a wasteland. And I suppose you can always challenge them to a duel and steal their stuff. So, now to what we are going to face in West Virginia wasteland. Well, if it isn't stunning yet terrifying, there's more of these heinous creatures. This one, I believe, is a representation of a sloth. Pretty good, but I'm guessing it's going to be like the new Deathclaw. Oh wait, I forgot about them. I suppose... well, let's hope Deathclaws are still around. But there's more. Bethesda has said they have based some of the creatures on West Virginia's folklore, so it seems we're going to have a very good combat experience. And apparently, with the new photo mode, we can take pictures with our kills and friends and hang it at our base. So, one big thing that Fallout fans may or may not know is that they are going to be nukes in Fallout 4. Fallout 76, specifically nuclear launch codes, where you can launch by yourself or with friends nukes to destroy parts of West Virginia. How nostalgic is that? Now, Bethesda, having given us a gift and this ability to nuke any area in West Virginia, you can nuke camps of other players or random spots in the wasteland. The way you launch these nukes is by finding the launch codes. Now you can find these from other players, or you'll find them in containers, or even loot them off things you've killed. Then your task is to find the launch sites. Now we don't know how to do this, but likely the game will show us how to do this, or at least point us in the right direction. When you have nuked an area, it opens up unique possibilities to loot this area, and to loot this area is very good, but the environment is deadly and the creatures are even deadlier. Now some may worry that a troll is going to nuke you again and again, but Bethesda has thought of this and put measures in place for the whole game as well as nukes, since you can't bomb a specific person and there is a warning system so you can get your camp and yourself out of there. But the loot and seeing these areas will be a fun exploring and combat experience. So, is Fallout 76 worth it? I definitely think so. Now, Fallout games are my favourite. I would side with them over anything. I love the open world, the storyline, the creatures, the system, absolutely everything. Now, I must admit, when I heard of PvP, I was worried, because I like single player. Not that I don't want to play with real players, but I worry when you team up, they can ruin the game, as they jump ahead and don't let you enjoy the experience the way you want. But I put that aside, and I'm really looking forward to experience a whole new dimension of Fallout, and a more realistic and unpredictable game, one that, due to its unpredictability, should never be tiring or get old, as I find Fallout 4 does sometimes. So I would recommend this game, and every Fallout game. But is it right for you though? Do you like open world? Do you like PvP? Do you like the lack of NPCs? And do you like base building? And do you even like shooting radioactive creatures? You can say no to some of these because the game is yours to do what you want with. That's the great thing about Fallout 76. You can rebuild the old world and create a new one. But I think this game is going to be an amazing and completely new experience. A big note to add though, is that this is a side game, like a spin-off. Kind of like New Vegas was to Fallout 3. It's not Fallout 5, it's a prequel to all Fallout games and a spin-off. So, Fallout 76 is set to release on November 14th, 2018, so make your decisions. If you already have a decision, you can pre-order and have access to the beta. Now the beta, this is something I'm not 100% sure on, but here's what I know. The beta releases for Xbox One on the 23rd of October 2018, and then on PC and PlayStation 4 on the 30th of October. Now the purpose of the beta is to push the servers, so it probably will gradually add individuals to the game, but I don't think it will be days, more hours till they add more and more players to the game. Remember, this isn't early access, this is a test of the game's function. Since it's a test, it will probably have certain times that you'll be able to play the game, so they can push the servers to see if it will work on the release date. In any case, please be aware that the servers may be down due to this pressure on the servers. Now, pre-ordering Fallout, there are 5 editions. The first edition is the regular game, Fallout 76. This is going to be $56.99 and contains only the game and the beta access. Now you have the Transcentennial edition for $79.99. This edition comes with the game, beta, as well as a bonus in-game digital items. But if you were pre-ordering Fallout 76, that's not on the PlayStation 4 Xbox system, you will have to register the beta access code. In the description below, I have put the link there for you to watch. So, thank you for watching, and if you have any more questions, then leave them in the comments, and I'll respond as soon as I can. I hope you found this video interesting, and it answers any questions you've had about Fallout. So, that's as Vault Tech would say, you're prepared for the future. Thanks for watching, goodbye.